here today, I realised exactly where I am and what was across the road. And the fact that you're here, Michelle, is actually a bit of a bonus, because in the 60s, Michelle's Textile and Footwear Union Secretary, so you're very relevant here today. In the 60s, when my mother's generation was finding its feet and its way through migration at that time, and us little kids along with it, the women in this area, and the men too, worked in the local shoe factories, car component factories, and across the road from here, behind the library, was Ivan Porter Shoes. So my mother worked in that factory with many of her, our neighbours, and in fact, my mother also became an Australian citizen on site in the factory. They were signing people up, well, not signing them up. That came later. They were bestowing citizenship on site. And the morning or the day that my mother was going to become an Australian citizen, she left her whatever piece of paper it was that she needed to have with her. And my 7-year-old sister had to run down the street, because we didn't live very far, to give it to her so that she could become an Australian citizen. That generation of women became very more politically aware, as opposed to active, during the 70s with the great dramas of Australian politics and the great reformist policies of the then Gough Whitlam government and multiculturalism, and that really great period in Australian history for migrant Australians, maybe not necessarily for the Indigenous community, but certainly for migrant communities. So very quickly, this is about signing you all up to actually vote and be interested in voting. And we live in a democracy. I'm not going to give you that spiel. You know you're here, you know you're in a democracy, you know you get to vote. If you don't vote, you get fined unless you have a good excuse. And no, I would never support the abolition of non-compulsory voting in this country. Absolutely never. And there's a whole lot of reasons for that. But women are the great enablers in their community. It is women who are first and foremost responsible for their families, therefore their communities and their neighbourhoods and their schools. It is the women that are most concerned about how the day-to-day functioning of a family or of a community is going to take place. That's not to say that men don't, it's just the way that it is with women. So women are also, I find, in public service for much more grander, what's the word? I want to say we're actually in it for the real reason, for the collective. And that's not to say that men aren't, but it's just that women are like that. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be voting, is basically all I have to say to you. You do change your community by voting. And a lot of people in this time and age might think voting's a drag. Why am I voting? I don't want to vote. I don't want to be fined. Blah, 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 blah. We all, Adam, I'm sure you hear a lot of it on the day as well. Don't know who to vote for. When that kind of apathy prevails, everything that anyone in this room wants to fight for or hopes to achieve will be seriously jeopardised and compromised. So you have to vote, because you are the people, or we are the people, that will make the change and make the difference in our community. And like my mother's generation, bad luck that the shoe factories have closed. They were damn good shoes, Ivan Porter shoes, even though I was too young to wear them. Society has changed, but migrant women and refugee women will continue to come to this country. They came then, they come now, and they will continue to come into the future. So our job of integrating will never ever finish. It will just mean that we just have to adapt our ways for the newcomers. That's it, guys. Thank you.